So, as some of you may have seen as per my last video, I managed to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder early at my local Target via the demo they have there. And I'm just going to give my first impressions on it, what I think of the game. Spoiler alert, I think it's absolutely amazing and that everyone should buy it right now. Please, go buy the game. Alright, so my first impressions with level design. It's been like the first few levels of the game, but they lean more on the shorter side of things, which I don't think is a bad or good thing. It's like, it can get harder. There's still like another 95% of the game to go through. So, like, I'm sure the levels are going to get way harder, but as it stands, they were pretty easy because I've been playing Mario for my whole life. I kind of know how this whole operation works by now. But, you know, the difficulty, it's going to get harder. I know it is. Even Jewel Block Cave I had some trouble with, because I even died. Even while playing as Yoshi on normal mode, I died in one of the first levels. So yeah, the difficulty is going to ramp up, I can tell. Another important note with the level design is the wonder effects. My god, the wonder effects. Let's talk about these, because I'm going to be here for a while discussing them. So, whenever you get a wonder flower in a level, some random crazy thing happens. And when I say crazy, oh my god, I mean crazy. The pipes start moving, a herd of bulls come charging at you, Giant Crusher tries to kill you, Star Storm with stars that make you invincible. It's madhouse, and they can be good or bad. It doesn't matter. Like, whenever you get a wonder flower, just prepare yourself, because Lord knows, you're gonna be hanging in for dear life. It's amazing. It's so hectic, and that's just the fun of it, really. And it's not, like, overly crazy either. Like, the level with a bunch of pipes, yeah, the pipes start moving. The level with bulls, yup, there's a herd of bulls charging at you. The level with crushers, yup, there's a giant crusher. It doesn't go too overboard to the point where it just feels like, alright, come on, really? That's what you put there? It makes sense in the context of the level, and it's just, I love that they put that, like, synchronicity, whatever the hell you call it in there. I'm not doing a retake on that, I'm keeping that. Let's talk about graphics now, because graphics are obviously the most important part of any video game ever. Gameplay? Never heard of it. Let's talk about the graphics. Obviously, the Switch is underpowered. No one's debating that. However, they managed to make this game look like the best looking Mario game on the damn console, despite that whole limitation. I know my unregistered HyperCam 2 looking phone footage won't be able to do it justice, but this game is pretty, man. It just looks freaking beautiful. Speaking of looks, how do the power-ups look? These are some of the weirdest power-ups I've ever seen in a Mario game, and that is not a bad thing at all. Keep in mind, I only got to try the drill power-up for a short time and the elephant power-up, but both of them are extremely fun to use. The elephant one in particular, that one's just funny. It's just hilarious. You turn into an elephant. It's peak comedy. The drill I can also see being very, very useful for getting to, like, secrets and stuff, especially in the cave level. Granted, my first demo footage got cut off because the game closed out of itself, so I wasn't able to really use it that much, and I played as Yoshi the second way through, so I didn't get to use the power-up. But I can tell it will be very useful for that level in particular, and probably a lot more going forward. Another thing I'd like to comment on is the badge system. It's pretty freaking neat, not gonna lie. So what happens is that before every level, or after you die or something like that, you can equip a badge that'll give you an ability in that level. So, for example, if you're going into the cave level and you want to traverse the ceilings with the drill power-up, you can use the crouching high jump to get into that ceiling, or you can use the wall climb jump to scale a cliff or something like that. They're pretty cool abilities and are a good stand-in for character-specific stuff like we saw in 3D World. I really feel like that once the game comes out, the badges are really going to complement the game design. Like the Jet Run badge, I see a lot of potential in. So, I don't know, let's see what happens going forward. Another thing I'd really, really like to talk about is the multiplayer. Oh my god, this is the best 2D Mario multiplayer of all time. Well, to be more specific, I'd say it's the best co-op versus its New Super Mario Bros. Mario vs. Luigi mode. There's no topping that versus mode, man. It's great. So I have no footage of the multiplayer, unfortunately, because the extra set of hands I used for the camera was the one doing multiplayer, so I wasn't able to prop it up on anything inside of a target, because I don't know if you've ever been to Target, you can't really put your phone places to record a TV in a Target. Like, what are you doing? I played the multiplayer with my mom, who doesn't really have too much experience with Mario games, and if a beginner can say that the multiplayer is really fun, then just guess what I think. Spoiler alert, this is really fun, and I like it, and I would like more of it, please. This is the kind of co-op I want to see. None of this, I'm gonna throw you off a cliff and kill you like in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. That was painful. I like how they handled the camera this time. Instead of the camera having to compensate for like 4 people on screen at once, there will be one person who gets that kind of camera control, and they'll have their camera centered on them while the other players kind of surround that. It's not completely like around the player with the camera either. The camera will try to compensate a little bit, but it won't do anything crazy like zoom out like 20 meters just to get 4 players to fit on the screen. And since my mom was playing as Yoshi, I was able to use him as a platform to get through other places. It was really funny to do that, especially in the Bull Rush section where the bulls start charging and you could just get on Yoshi and Luigi looks all nonchalant while Yoshi looks all serious. It's really funny, and it's just a joy. It's really is. I only got to play the demo for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, give or take. But I can already tell this is gonna be like the best 2D Mario game ever, right next to like Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 3, all that stuff. It's gonna be up there. It's gonna be a great game. I already pre-ordered it. I pre-order everything Mario related though, so that's not saying much, but still, this game is gonna be probably my favorite 2D Mario game, so I'm looking forward to playing it when it comes out next week. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching me ramble on unscripted and saying a lot, so alright, thank you, see ya.